3 phases: pre-investigation, investigation, post-investigation. Skip any one, and you don't have a forensic investigation. You have a lawsuit waiting to happen. Most amateurs jump straight to the middle, grab the disc, image it, look for the bad thing. Done. Right? Wrong. Without pre-investigation, you have no legal authority. Without post-investigation, your findings die in a notebook. Without the right middle, your evidence cannot survive cross-examination. This is the operating model for every CHFI investigation. Let's walk it. Phase 1. Pre-investigation. The work you do before the case starts. First, written authorization. Always. Never start without it. Types: search warrant for criminal. Management directive for corporate. Signed consent form. Define scope. Which systems, which time periods, which evidence types. Coordinate with legal counsel, CFAA, ECPA, state laws. Issue legal, hold notices to prevent normal deletion of relevant data. Next, set up the forensic lab, locked, access controlled, visitor log, environmental controls, temperature, humidity, ESD protection, evidence storage, fire resistant safe, write blockers ready, hardware tableau, software-based, forensic workstations, isolated from production network, reference hash databases, NSRL for known good system files, and finally, case file structure, unique case number, folders for authorization, chain of custody, evidence, analysis, reports, notes, all of this before you touch a single piece of evidence. Now the investigation phase opens with the single most tested concept in CHFI, the order of volatility. RFC 3227, collect from most volatile to least, first CPU registers and cache. Lost the instant power drops, rarely captured. Second, RAM, system memory, lost on power off, use dump it, WinMem, Lime, magnet RAM capture. Third, network state, connections, routing tables, ARP cache, changes constantly. Fourth, running processes, terminated on shutdown. Fifth, open files and handles, closed on shutdown. Sixth, swap space and page file, preserved on disk but may be overwritten. Seventh, disk data, stable until overwritten. FTK imager, DD Geimager. Eighth, remote logging, stable on remote system. Ninth, physical configuration and topology. 10th, archival media, backups, most stable, get the order wrong, and you lose the most valuable evidence first. Memorize the top 5, RAM, network, processes, open files, page file. Collection rules, burned into muscle memory, always use a write blocker before connecting storage media. Hardware blockers, Tableau, Webatech, software blockers, registry modification, HD PARM, create forensic images, bitstream copies, never examine the original, compute and document hash values immediately after acquisition. Photograph all physical evidence before you touch it. Label every item, case number, item number, date, time, collector, then preservation. Hash verification at collection. Re-verify before every examination. Mismatch? You have a tampering problem. Anti-static bags for electronics, tamper-evident seals, Faraday bags for mobile devices, blocks remote wipe commands, temperature-controlled long-term storage, locked evidence room, document every access, who, when, why, analysis, 7 types you will use in the field, timeline, analysis, correlate timestamps to reconstruct events, file system analysis, allocated, unallocated, deleted, metadata, registry analysis, program execution, user activity, configuration changes, log analysis, event logs, security logs, application logs, network analysis, reconstruct from PCAP and log sources, malware analysis, static disassembly and dynamic sandbox, keyword search, find the needle, documentation as you go. 8 documents required during the investigation, evidence log, chain of custody form, examination notes, hash verification log, tool validation records, photograph log, timeline reconstruction, findings worksheet, miss 1, and a defense attorney finds the gap. Phase 3. Post-investigation, the work that turns findings into a verdict. 3 report types you will write: executive summary, management and legal counsel, high level, no jargon; technical report, forensic peers, detailed methodology, tool output, artifact details, findings; report, court and attorney, admissible findings, opinions, methodology you can defend; report structure, case information, evidence list with hashes, methodology, findings, facts only, analysis, clearly labeled as opinion, conclusions; appendices with raw output and chain of custody, writing rules, active voice, precise technical language, separate facts from opinions, never blur the line, include negative findings, what you searched for and did not find, then expert testimony, direct examination, your attorney walks you through your method, cross-examination, opposing counsel attacks, your method, your tools, your conclusions. Bring your CV, bring your certifications, bring visual aids and say, I don't know when you don't know. Speculation under oath destroys careers. Evidence disposal. Yes, there are rules for this too. Criminal cases, court order required to dispose. Civil cases, typical retention is 7 years. Criminal varies by jurisdiction. Destruction methods, DOD 5220.22-M overwrite. Physical destruction, degaussing. Document destruction with a certificate, signed by a witness, return of evidence to owner, also documented. Case management tools you will see in the field, FTK from Extero, NCase, autopsy, open source, free extensible, magnet axiom, unified across computer, mobile, cloud, case guard, case tracker for law enforcement. Each tracks evidence, custody transfers, and generates chain of custody documentation automatically. The EC-Council CHFI methodology, 9 steps. In order: 1. Obtain search warrant or authorization. 2. Evaluate and secure the scene. 3. Collect evidence. 4. Secure collected evidence. 5. Acquire the data. 6. Analyze the data. 7. Assess the evidence. 8. Prepare the report. 9. Present findings in court. And from the United Kingdom, the ACPO 4 principles. Principle 1. No action should change data held on a computer or storage media. Principle 2. Exceptional circumstances require competent personnel who can explain their actions. Principle 3. An audit trail of all processes must be created and preserved. Principle 4. The person in charge of the investigation has overall responsibility. International cases. You may need to follow ACPO standards. Know them. 3 phases: pre-investigation, post. Order of volatility: RAM first, archive backups last. 5 rules of collection, 8 documents of investigation, 3 report types, 9 CHFI methodology steps, 4 ACPO principles. Lock those in, and you can structure any investigation from authorization through testimony. Next up, Objective 2.2, First Response and Scene Management. What you do in the first 60 seconds on scene determines whether you have a case at all.